Yes, sir. We back with another one. Whew, Florida. A lot of people down there think it's just nothing but Disney, palm trees. When you jump on a cruise, that's when you got to fly to the girls to the cruise. No. It goes down in there. Orange County, Opelika, Tampa, Orlando, Miami. I told y'all, man, it's Crips and Bloods everywhere. It's not just LA. It done spread like a rash across a little white girl's body. I'm telling y'all, man, this is crazy. This is your boy Harlem Smiley. And you all tuned into the one and only Dirt Game TV. And this is Crips and Bloods in Florida. Yes, sir, man. Y'all know, man. Let's get into it. We rolling. Yikes. Side block. No. It's curvy low.
You are now tuned into Mossman Tough Beats.
Y'all niggas already know what it is, man. Shout out from all the 30's, man. All the way from 35th and Edgecombe, all the way to Crenshaw, man. Y'all already know, man. It's 30's. Brooklyn Crip from my Harlem set. Show some respect. If not, nigga, put it in check. I'm up next. Yes, sir. This is your boy Harlem Smiley. You are tuned into the one and only Dirt Game TV. Yes, sir. And this is Crips and Bloods in Florida. And I know y'all out there thinking, why is he jumping on Florida? What's it? Yo, listen, a lot of people think you going out there just for Disney cruises, and listen, I'm telling y'all, it ain't just the Buccaneers out there that get bucky. And we gonna talk about it, man. Yes, sir. So everybody already know, man. If you watch the movie Bad Boys, you know that the Haitian Zopound out there are just crazy. Everybody know about that, man. It's just you being in Florida, all the way at the, it's so many borders that you're near. And ain't no telling what's in there, man. I mean, like, they got the Zopounds, they got the Latin Kings, they got the GDs, they got Bloods, they got Crips, they got Top 6. Yes, sir, man. We gonna talk about it, man. So it's like, and all these states, man. Orange County is a crazy place to go. Like, there's nothing orange about that county. They should have named that county Red County. It's crazy it's going down out there. So a lot of people know if you live in New York, if you live on the East Coast, that's as further south as you're going to go to on the East Coast. So a lot of people from New York move down there. I got a lot of cousins that live in like Beach Channel, way deep down in Florida. They do have non-trays out there. They have rolling 20s out there. They got Dub Street, the Dub Street Bloods, Dub Street Family Bloods, or Dub Street Blood Family. They usually go by their labels. Oh yeah, I guess it would be Blood Family, DSBF. Okay, I mean, you know, there's some blood sets out there for the most part. Now everybody already know if you a rolling 20 blood set, rolling 20 blood set Keem is the direct descendant from LA. From LA County. I have like rolling 20 Bloods is starting to, I don't know what's happening. I don't know where all these G's came from starting these rolling 20 blood sets in all these places, but back in the day it was just unheard of. If you was running around here and anything was a rolling 20, 9 times out of 10 it was probably from Snoop and them set that was inside of Long Beach, which is something, and I try to tell people all the time, man, cause you were rolling 20, that don't necessarily mean you a Crip. Because you a rolling 20 don't mean it necessarily means you a Long Beach rolling 20. But we going to get into that deep into the video, man. Everybody already know I always like to give shout out to a lot of the local rappers in there. Everybody already know about Kodak Black. Everybody already know about YMW Melly. Just from doing research, a couple of other rappers that's out there that's doing their thing. J Ripper, King Rella, you know, there's a couple of more, but we're gonna get deeper into that too as we move over to the other side of things too. So like I said, man, there's GDs out there. As you know, you could tell if you look deeper into I think Rick Ross had got into it with some of the GDs that was out there too. There's a lot of GDs in Florida. GDs is pretty much Chicago-based gang, but just like the Blood and Crips did, you're gonna find GDs anywhere you go in the South. Anywhere you go in the South. And for the most part, it been a spread to California too, but not as much. But we're gonna talk a little bit more than that. But anywhere you can find full-fledged sets out there, and it's no problem. You see what I'm saying? Anywhere. On the interruption, got that gas in me. Had to take a quick break out here in these streets, man. Tuning to the strand of the day. It's your boy Harlem Smiley, yes sir. It's a nice one we got, man, today too, man. Y'all go check out the latest video. But anyway, so we have the Zoe Pounds out there. A lot of people know about Opalaka. If you don't, be careful going down there. But as far as the Crips go, the Harlem 30's. The Harlem 30's. Shout out to all the dirts out there, man. Yes, sir. So, I mean, there's a lot of Harlems that's inside of Florida. And a lot of people ask me all the time. They're like, for the most part, you know, you don't talk, you know, too much about your specific set and everything like that, too. You know, I have told a lot of stories in the past about my specific journey as far as with the Harlem 30's. I'm not one for giving out a lot of names. I'm not one for giving out, you know, as far as like, you know, set secrets and, you know, speaking on stuff like with my channel and my content, you're gonna get specific stuff that's out there already, and I will never, for the most part, give nothing, no incriminating information that would do anything to anybody as far as like, you know, and my gang or any other gang. You see what I'm saying? You know, whether you snitching on yourself or out there snitching like Snitch 9, it's gonna happen. You see what I'm saying? You know, snitching is snitching. But anyway, for the most part, so in this case too, a lot of people in the inbox, yo, look, you know, it's all right, talk about the set, you know, you ain't gotta go super into details. So, you know, that's what we gonna do in this most part. And doing this one on Florida gave me a lot of opportunity because for the most part, a lot of people in the Crip universe, they know about the Harlems that's in South Central where it started at. You see what I'm saying? You know, from the Harlem Godfathers moved on to the Harlem Crips. And then it expanded to New York, to Harlem, New York. You see what I'm saying? You know. So then, for the most part, you know, it spread the place inside of New York, like to the Bronx. A lot of people from Harlem, you know, moved to the Bronx. Well, it's not that far. The next borough over. A lot of Harlem ended up in Queens, which is a couple of boroughs over. It's like 2 boroughs over or whatever like that too. Once again, still in New York City, but not that far. But far enough to where, you know, it spread to, you know, different, what's names, man. Shout out to all the Lake Woods out there, man. Shout out to all the 36 streets out there, man. Yeah, so, you know, for the most part, and then from there, it spread to Florida. And I like to talk about this because a lot of people really don't know about the Florida line that we have of the Harlem 30's. And they're all different lines in different places. But I feel like the Florida line is the next place that's right behind the LA line and the New York line that's right there as far as like members and making noise and too, because they have a lot of rappers. They're doing a lot of positive things. Shout out to Crip Drip Apparel. Shout out to Megavision Productions. They're doing big things out there too. So the Harlem 30's, you know, for the most part too, whether in Queens or whether in Florida, you know, they through social media, a lot of them link up with each other inside, you know, of social media and outside of social media. And social media was a big way of that happening too, you know, because I tell people all the time, whether you Harlem from LA, Harlem from New York, Harlem in Florida, you know, for the most part, our stuff is pretty much remained the same. You will pretty much know from a distance if somebody wasn't a Harlem or not. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, our handshake is like no other. You see what I'm saying? We don't, you know, it's like, you know, you can tell just from that right off the bat. You see what I'm saying? You know, a lot of other sets do their handshake specific ways. We got specific ways we do our handshake. So with that being said, I like to throw out a couple of the rappers that's out there that's doing their name recognition. So we do have Pretty Gordo. Shout out to Pretty Gordo. Y'all follow him on Instagram, YouTube. I forgot his YouTube is something different. Then we got Apollo Blue. Shout out to Cuz. You know, one of the CEOs of Megavision. Then we got Stacks All Day. Cuz super talented. See what I'm saying? Super talented on Harlem. He's super talented artist. Check him out. You see what I'm saying? Then we got Mo Dub. Mo Dub out there making noise, doing his thing. Then we got everybody already know Dave East. Dave East is probably the most known Harlem that's out there as far as in the rap game right now. You know, and for all you clowns out there, oh, Dave East wasn't Crip before. Dave East been 30s for a long time, my guys. A long time. You see what I'm saying? So y'all stop it. This is not no 6ix9ine shit that's happening out here. See what I'm saying? Cuz shit is legit. Niggas respect Cuz from South Central all the way New York. I'm pretty sure he done linked up with the Florida Harlems already. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, just quit it. Just cut it. Dirty Cash. Cuz is out there doing his thing. This young cat is very talented, hard working guy. Follow him on Instagram. Just go to work all the time, come home from work, you know, chill with the dude at the family thing. You know what I'm saying? Come home, go to the studio, hang out with the gang. See what I'm saying? I like this guy. You know what I'm saying? This, young Cuz is out there doing some damages too. See what I'm saying? And listen, I'm about to hit y'all with a flick from when I was out there. This is a flick from 2001 when I was out there young, thugging, cripping, 30s. See what I'm saying? The young man. See what I'm saying? A couple of my cousins, most of my cousins in the video, you know, a couple of Damus. Shout out to the Damus out there, man, and in Brooklyn, man. But yeah, man, this is young Harlem Smiley, man. CB in the background, got all my cousins with me, some of them younger, some of them older. See what I'm saying? Some of them been, they repping blood since 93. The other ones been repping since like 95, 96, man. That's it, man. Y'all see the royal blue, man. It always has been Dirt Gang for a long time. Long time, my guys. We talking about plus 20 years. But anyway, shout out to Crip Drip Appeal, Mega Vision Productions, man, and all the spitters out there, man, that I just mentioned, like all y'all out there doing y'all thing. I respect it. Shout out to the big homie Rico, man. Free him until y'all free him, man, on Dirt Gang, man. Yes, sir, man. Free the loc, man. That's it, man. Word up. I'm not spitting his real name out there. You know, a lot of y'all out there know Rico. Whether you live in New York, whether you live in Florida, Rico is one of the big homies. I talk about Rico before all this bullshit happened. I talk about Rico, and you know, he's the main reason why I am from Rolling 30's, from Harlem. You see what I'm saying? And he's the reason why, because he the one that took me out there to switch over sets. See what I'm saying? This is when he was still in New York. See what I'm saying? And you know, so shout out to him. You know, and it's, you know, listen, man, y'all already know what it is, man. He's a big reason, man, that the Harlems is out there, man. He's a couple of years older than me. I say he's probably around like 30, 37, 38, somewhere around there. A couple of years older than me, man. You know, me and him, man. Me, him, my older brother, King. Shout out to King. Shout out to Tom Tom. It was 5 of us, man. It was 5 Crips in Chelsea High School, man. That's it, man. Probably like 40, 50 bloods. And we did what we had to do. By the time the end of that school, I was the 9th grader. I was the only 9th grader in there. See what I'm saying? Everybody else, even the blood niggas, none of them was in 9th grade. All of them was in 10th grade or better. I was the only freshman in there, man, holding it down, doing our thing. By the time the end of that school year came, it was reversed. We had like 3 bloods that was in there that was cool. It was cool. Turned it over. Had about 40, 50 Crip niggas. Now, listen, we did our thing in that school, and he was a big reason why that happened. But like everything else, man, surely but surely, you know, you get sent away, and you move to different places, and different stuff start. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to the big homie Rico. See what I'm saying? That's it. Only way to stop a double cross is a triple cross. For all y'all out there, man, Dirt Gang, y'all know what that means, man. Some of y'all do, and if y'all don't, y'all don't. So, one thing we're going to talk about, man. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. So, let's get one thing clear right now. Rolling 20's has a blood set. Rolling 20 has a Crip set that's most known by Snoop. which is in Long Beach. That's Snoop and them set. Snoop is not, that is not his set. Snoop is in that set. San Diego, West Coast, Rolling 20s. It's a whole different set. West Coast, Rolling 20s. San Diego, whole different set. West Coast, they set consists of Rolling 20s and Rolling 30s. But the whole set is West Coast set. Rolling 20s, Rolling 30s. They are rich rolling, yes. They are not the same as the Long Beach Rolling 20s. They are not. The Rolling 30s that's out here from West Coast Rolling 30s are not the same as the Harlem Rolling 30s that's in South Central. They are Rolling 30s. They are rich rolling. They are not Harlem Rolling 30s. So the Rolling 20s that's out here West Coast consists of West Coast, the set consists of Rolling 20s and Rolling 30s. The Long Beach Crips is Rolling 20s or Rolling 20s in Long Beach. The Harlem 30s are Harlem 30s in South Central. Let's get that clear. The Rolling 40s in San Diego are a different set from the Rolling 40s that are in LA. Similarities, more similarities than the other two sets I just mentioned. But there are a difference. The rapper Jayo Felenoy from the San Diego line of the Rolling 40s. A lot of y'all know Jayo Felenoy, some of y'all don't. A lot of y'all hear Jayo Felenoy back in the day was trying to get this 8-ball thing going. I'm starting to hear a lot of that's trying to come back. Now let me put my 2 cents on this, right? So what happens is, right? San Diego is a big military town. A big military town. If you in the Navy, a lot of times if you get stationed in the South, you get stationed in Virginia. If you get stationed in the West, you get stationed in San Diego. You may could be stationed in Alaska, Japan, Hawaii. Those are like the top 5 destinations to go if you're in the military. So a lot of people from Texas, Chicago, a lot of these places end up in San Diego because that's where you stationed at. So 15 years ago when I first lived out here in San Diego, I used to run into a lot of GDs. Now, if you're familiar with New York 15 years ago, the Crips and the GDs had an 8-ball formed out there. I hear, it's bloggers out there talking about that was not false. There was nothing false. Once upon a time, for years, there was an 8-ball formed between Crips and folks. GDs. For years. 15 years ago, this was still current. So when we was out here, yes sir, we was running with, and now I'm talking about me being in New York, me being a New York Crip living out here. Now were they running around with the West Coast 20s and 30s? No, the West Coast 20s and 30s was not running around out here with the GDs. You would see the GDs more or less, if anybody was with the 40s. You see what I'm saying? But there was never, it was documented, it was supposed to happen, but it never went as far as San Diego as it did in New York. But it's like, that's when the Crips was still repping the 6-point star, stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? And it can't happen now. It can't happen now because there's too many discrepancies, especially in New York, with the Woo and the Chos being so deep and now so distinctive. It's too big of a discrepancy for it to happen out there. Now, it's not going to happen out here because I'm going to be honest. LA Crips already feel like if you're not Crip from LA, you're not a Crip. They already feel like that. San Diego's like an hour away. 1 hour away. They feel like if you're not from LA, then you're not Crip. So they definitely not going to take on no GDs. And he tried to pitch this and it didn't go with the LA guys out there. So now, San Diego is known for they don't care how everybody else do their politics. They do their own thing. But that was mainly the West Coast 20s and 30s. But they didn't want to go. They don't have any form of anything with any kind of GDs. That's all the Rolling 40s out here through Jayo Felenoy that's trying to get that started. But in my opinion, it's never going to go as far as it did in New York. Because a lot of people ask me, yo, I hear they trying to start the 8-ball and say, listen, let's be for real. This is not nothing that's new. This is something that's old. We talk about 90s. We talking about when they was jumping out there in New York, they was trying to do, it's just now that, you know, it's just still being talked about to where in New York, it's fully cut off. That's not saying every Crip in New York don't mess with GDs. It's just certain Crips that don't mess with certain GDs out there. And for all y'all out there that think the 8 deuce trays are going at it fully with the bait, let's get it clear. It's certain individuals in 8 deuce tray. And there are certain individuals that's inside of Insane that don't mess with each other. Let's get that clear. That do not mean that both sets are fully beefing with each other. Because I've been messing with sets since, I'm about to show y'all the picture right now. Can't really say these sets because these are 2 of the oldest sets that's lasting in New York. So you can't say these full sets are going at it with each other. A lot of that stuff is the Woo and the Cho that's making these sets beef with each other. So let's get back to it, man. But anyway, man, this is Crips and Bloods in Florida. Yes, sir. Florida's going down. Orange County, Tampa, Orlando, Opelika. It goes down out there, man. Don't think y'all going out there and about to just see Mickey Mouse walking around now. They got them sticks out there, man. Yes, sir, man. This is your boy Harlem Smiley, man. And if you new to the channel, man, hit the subscribe button. And if you been here before, man, and you like the content, you know what to do, man. Just hit the thumb, man. Turn it from white to blue. And if not one, put up 2, man. Dirt game, man.